$15 million. That's what Brooke Mueller says Charlie Sheen owes her, and she wants it paid in 30 days. But here's what nobody's talking about. This isn't just about money. This is about a 14-year silence that just got broken. Stay with me, because what I'm about to tell you will change everything you thought you knew about this Hollywood divorce. On December 5th, 2025, court documents dropped like a nuclear bomb in Hollywood. Brooke Mueller, Charlie Sheen's third ex-wife, filed a legal motion claiming the actor owes her over $15 million in unpaid child support. Let me break down these numbers for you, because they're absolutely staggering. According to the court filing obtained by People magazine, Page 6, and the New York Daily News, Brooke is demanding $8.9 million in back child support, plus another $6.4 million in interest. But that's not the full story. She's also asking for $25,000 in attorney fees. And here's the kicker. She wants all of it paid within 30 days of a court order. 30 days. Now, you might be thinking, how does someone owe $15 million in child support? Well, let me take you back to where this all began, because the backstory is where things get really interesting. Charlie Sheen and Brooke Mueller's story started like so many Hollywood romances. Fast, passionate, and under the bright lights of fame. They met in the mid-2000s, and by May 2008, they were married in a private ceremony. Charlie was at the peak of his career, earning a reported $1.8 million per episode of 2.5 Men, making him the highest-paid actor on television at that time. But the fairy tale didn't last long. In March 2009, just 10 months after their wedding, Brooke gave birth to twin boys, Bob and Max. The couple seemed happy on the surface, posting photos, attending red carpets together, but behind closed doors, the cracks were already showing. By December 2009, just 9 months after the twins were born, Charlie was arrested on domestic violence charges in Aspen, Colorado. Brooke had called 911, claiming he threatened her with a knife. The charges were later reduced, but the damage was done. Their marriage was unraveling in the most public way possible. By November 2010, Brooke filed for divorce. She cited the classic Hollywood line, irreconcilable differences. The divorce was finalized in May 2011, and according to court documents, Charlie was ordered to pay Brooke $55,000 per month in child support. That's $660,000 a year for their twin boys, Bob and Max. Now, here's where it gets complicated and heartbreaking. According to Brooke's new filing, Charlie made full payments through June 2011. That's just 1 month after their divorce was finalized. But then, in July 2011, something changed. The payments stopped, or rather, they became inconsistent. Let me walk you through the timeline, because this is where the story gets absolutely wild. In 2011, after July, Charlie allegedly paid only $295,000 out of the $550,000 he owed for the rest of the year, from 2012 to 2015. According to Brooke, he paid nothing. Zero. Not a single dollar. In 2016, he paid $96,000, less than 15% of what he owed. In 2017, $228,000. In 2018, $113,000. And then, from 2019 to 2022, nothing again. Complete silence. In 2023, he allegedly paid just $20,000. In 2024, $30,000. And this year, 2025, so far, only $39,000 out of the $660,000 he's supposed to pay annually. But that's not the full story. Because while Brooke was allegedly not receiving child support, Charlie Sheen was going through his own financial apocalypse. Let's talk about what was happening to Charlie during these years, because context matters. In 2011, the same year the payments allegedly stopped, Charlie Sheen had one of the most public meltdowns in Hollywood history. You remember it? Winning, Tiger Blood, the infamous interviews. He was fired from 2.5 Men in March 2011, losing his $1.8 million per episode salary. By 2016, Charlie filed court documents claiming his monthly income had dropped from $600,000 a month to just $167,000. He had sold his profit participation rights to 2.5 Men for $27 million, but he also claimed to have over $12 million in debt. He was paying child support to multiple ex-wives. Denise Richards, his second wife and mother of his daughters, Sami and Lola, was receiving $55,000 a month. That was later reduced to $20,000 in 2016. But Brooke's payments were supposed to stay at $55,000. In 2018, Charlie claimed he was blacklisted from Hollywood. He couldn't find work. His financial empire had crumbled. And according to reports, he was struggling to make ends meet. But here's the question that nobody's asking. If Charlie was so broke, why didn't he go back to court to officially reduce the child support? Why did he just stop paying? That's the mystery, and it's what makes this case so complicated. Now, here's where this story takes an absolutely shocking turn. Just 3 months ago, in September 2024, Brooke Mueller was praising Charlie Sheen. I'm not making this up. In an interview with People magazine in March 2025, she called him her first call for help. She said, quote, "He gets it. He's always there to help me and pick up the pieces." She talked about how they share custody, how they co-parent without attorneys, how they live in the same apartment complex, and how grateful she is that he keeps giving her chances. She even said their twin sons were thriving and that Charlie was a present father. So, what happened between March 2025 and December 2025 that made her file for $15 million in back child support? The truth is, we don't know. Neither Charlie nor Brooke has publicly commented beyond the court documents. Charlie's representative told TMZ that Brooke is not entitled to any child support because she's been in and out of rehab for the past 15 years, while Charlie has had 100% custody of the kids. But Brooke's filing tells a different story. She claims the custody arrangement entitled her to that $55,000 a month, regardless of who had physical custody. And now, the courts will have to decide. Look, here's what we know for certain. 2 16-year-old boys, Bob and Max, are at the center of this. They've watched their mother battle addiction. They've watched their father go from the highest-paid actor on television to claiming he's blacklisted from Hollywood. They've seen their parents' relationship swing from public warfare to apparent harmony, and now back to a $15 million lawsuit. This isn't just a story about money. It's a story about broken promises, financial collapse, addiction, co-parenting, and 2 kids who didn't ask for any of this. Brooke Mueller wants $15 million paid in 30 days. Charlie Sheen's team says she's not entitled to a penny. The courts will decide who's right. But here's what nobody's disputing. Those 2 boys have lived through 14 years of this, and that's the real tragedy. What do you think? Should Charlie be forced to pay the back child support, even if he was struggling financially? Or is Brooke asking for money she's not entitled to? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more deep dives into celebrity stories that go beyond the headlines, hit that subscribe button. Because in Hollywood, the truth is always more complicated than it seems.